Okay, so starting today, I'm gonna start a series trying to review different challenger sets that are on VODs. The hope is to eventually include sets that come from not just NA, but also from LATAM, from EU, from JP, and from Korea, just to get like a sense for what people are playing in different places. Because I know there's some character variability and different tech that they like to use. It feels like a lot of the regions are in little bubbles right now, so I think it'd be really cool to try my hardest to dig for other VODs. For today, we're starting with one of me. I got to play some sets with Bleed, and it was like really, really helpful. There's a lot of cool tech I think that people can learn from. I do want to go into it saying that a very, very neutral heavy game. There's a lot of cheese that you can do to make neutral very, very favorable for you. And I think that that's way more worth labbing out than combos. So I'm definitely going to point out a lot of that stuff here. As it goes on, I'm going to pause and go through it slowly so we can kind of see exactly what people do. So we can go ahead and get started now. Yeah, I'm the Vibe Blitz. Lift grab. Put Vault Breaker on the screen. Healing each other out still. Using assists a lot. This is for Scissor Rekka. This is a really good button. That was really unfortunate for him. That's kind of why I put up Wrecking Ball in those situations, is like, oh, I missed my mix-up right there. And he 2H'd right here. Hit just Vi. And so, I got saved by Blitz's Wrecking Ball there. It just puts like a stage hazard. This is a stage hazard. That was a good air dash. He saw that. He probably knows I'm ready to 2H those. He probably just went for a throw there is the only reason I won that. If he went for strike, I probably would have not been able to. This is a very important thing to know for a lot of Ekko Illauis out there, or just people who play Ekko or a character, Ekko or Illaoi, or any character, like combination of those two characters with some other character, because this is an important sequence to know. So you see, he puts out Time Winder and Illaui's on screen. A lot of stage control right here. I'm up backing because I'm scared I can't approach here. I could jump forward over them, but I didn't know they were going to do this. So he goes for Take a Break, tags to Illaoi as soon as he can when he does take a break. So as you see, Ekko is flying over, and Illaoi is charging up 2S1. So she's going for the low. Now that Ekko is in, while the hazard is coming out from Illaoi, he kind of has a really safe approach there. Usually it's very good for people on ground, and it gives Ekko the opportunity for a cross-up. But since I was in jump and he had a handshake tag, he used the fastest option that was available to him, which was throw in the air. Which is really good. It beats a lot of stuff. Like, I need to have already put out a hitbox, basically. So, it's really good there. It's very, very reactive once you have setups like this. Let's see. Oh, he stuffed me there. I ran out too early. Yep, cross up with the hook. Tried to bait burst, but he didn't fall for it there. Yeah, I try to wait until I have those rocket punches out to approach with Vi. It just makes it a lot safer, and I at least get to like trade with people. But he didn't fall for it there. He stayed out of the range of the rocket punch. So I dropped something there that I shouldn't have, but it's something you can do too. So push block, they whiff the grab on the mix-up. This is generally what you want. Then, once the push block goes off, you can go for Vault Breaker with Vi, and you can tag off if you're worried that it's going to be unsafe. That's what I did, but then you don't get to pick up its blitz, right? Because they're in the air. You don't have anything fast enough. So what I like to do here is in these situations, I start a rocket punch with blitz, and then I tag back with Vi, and I just make sure they're in some sort of hit stun in midair. But I ended up dropping it. I didn't confirm off of it. I didn't believe in it. Let's see. More neutral. I knew I was going to be impatient there. Can we please look at how broken air grab is real quick? So he caught me. I teched. He sees me teching, so he's jumping. Like, what was that? I'm well behind him. Air grab. Ooh! Ooh! That's really good. Yeah, I think that's standard though. Every character can hit behind them with an air throw. So in some situations, the only thing you can do, like if people have like a very awkward jump situation, it's like the only thing you can really do. But yeah, gotta be jump grabbing. It's really good. Okay, hit my hand while my rocket punch was going out, so I got hit by Time Winder instead of deleting it. That's one of my favorite things to do, is like kind of mess up the timing by just throwing out a big move, so they have to worry about parry timing when the rock's coming out. This was pretty fortunate. I just had a feeling that they were going to jump block on the way in, and that when they landed, they weren't going to jump again, so I was like, okay, super here. So they happen to not jump again. That was very lucky. I think Illaoi did, I think Bleed did JS2 here. Yeah, JS2. And they fell, like, the timing was like, if they did something faster, they would have won here. I'm pretty sure. But because this move is so slow, like that move is usually so good. JS2 is so good. But they gave Vi enough time to punch the rock, and it just blew up. It just blew up Illaoi while I was whiffing on my point character. That's very lucky for me. Time Winder stuffed out my assist. There it is again. So let's pay attention. Time Winder's out, stuffs my assist. I like to retreat with Vi first thing. So I'm kind of out of range. But Ekko does take a break. Tags off. We're getting 2S2 from Illaoi. And I do not, because I was looking at the Ekko, I did not see Illaoi doing it this time. The answer would have been to low parry. But there is also an ambiguity to the timing. Depending on how charged and when the handshake tag goes off, Ekko can hit the character first, in which case low parry would be wrong. Low parry would get punished by Ekko going in. So there's like a little mix up in the timing there, and it's like so hard to tell. So the setup is definitely really good for anyone playing this team. It's so good in neutral. They picked up a happy birthday from it. I'm swinging. Caught me running around really fast. That's probably a drop. Especially because of the tentacle setup. I would recommend anyone who plays my team on the restands. You can probably do something similar with some other characters too. Do stuff like this. I wasn't getting a lot of damage from this, so I restand. And this is something that's like really important in other fighting games too, like Granblue and stuff. There are moves made for this. But you can see here, I give him a second to see me run up before I jump. That's to sort of bait him into thinking like, oh, I can mash here or I can throw here. Like, because I'm in point blank range, my options are strike or throw. And throw is very, very good here, right? So what I do is jump. And I use the fart knuckle blaster, right? I mistimed it here. Usually this will bait throw and catch it, but that's kind of the point, right? I'm running in. He sees me running in, and he's thinking, oh, I might get thrown. So he's going for the throw tech or a mash. Either one might miss. And then this is also layered, right? So I baited the throw, and let's say the fart knuckle blaster was going to hit, right? This one misses. Clearly it misses. But in this situation, I can either keep it so that Vi does the blaster, and then it just like kind of is a little bit of a fast cross-up on standing characters. Or I can, handshake tag, and the handshake tag timing kind of messes up whether it's left or right. Because it takes a little second, it has like a second of delay before it comes out. So if I tag, then they can see it's about to come up, and they tried to block the cross-up, and then it uncrosses up when I tag to Blitz. And then if it hits, I get an easy combo. In this case, it didn't, and it still baited grab, so I still get a combo. Very, very good setup off a restand. It's kind of my favorite, and it's like super easy to set up. It plays on some like primal human instincts. Time Winder's out. That was a really bad hook right there. I literally could have just reacted to him being in midair. But I was like, I have steam and I gotta use it. Got me with a reset. I was falling asleep. And tentacle tag. For those who don't know, you can tag off the command throw here, and it still goes off. It's kind of busted. A little busted. It scales really bad, so it's not that bad, but that's really stupid. What was that? Just jump over. That's unlucky. He couldn't cancel into super because it didn't hit me on block. Super loud assist. Oh, kind of low, but I dropped it because I didn't confirm into heavy. That was a really bad spacing from my part. Usually, getting that blitz hook on a air block opponent jails them and floats them towards you, and so you can get a good cross up. But I couldn't tag into blitz, so I wasn't familiar with that. And it cost me the round. That would have been pretty good if I could have caught that. I mean, he had burst, so let's see. Setting up car crash neutral. I didn't trust what I had there, so I just kind of went for a little bit of damage tacked on. Got a good throw. He did rewind. Tagged off the throw, rewind. I set up a rewind and then just hit me into a... There's got to be something better here, I feel like. Obviously, it scales really hard. This will scale really hard regardless, but I mean, for those, I don't know if you guys have all seen it, but the scaling on combos off of a throw depends on when you tag off, if you're going to tag off. So if you tag off later or after the throw, then you keep a lot of the damage. But he opts to tag early to set up a clone. Gets a break, a target combo, and then a tag launcher. He maybe just wanted this Oki and like knew this was the way to get it. I really snuck that in there. Okay, so let's see that sequence again. Bursted me. So he's got Ekko coming in, and Illaoi running in. So strike throw mix from Illaoi, and then it's backed up by Ekko. I just figured since I'm falling, he's going to have a really hard time timing a low, like as I'm reaching the ground. So I'm just going to parry immediately in case there's any sort of like 4-frame gap. 4 frames is really, really accurate to be when you're trying to put out a move that, you know, has startup first. So just put out the counter. Counter's broken, guys. Counter's super good. You know, use it every once in a while, but it really adds so much to the mental stack because it can be so punishing. They get happy birthday, but I probably should have supered there, but I opted for this reset here. So restand. This is another restand reset. So as you can see, right, I do this because of the scaling that comes off of the counter. So this is why I do this reset. So if we look here, 16 hits. I use what would be a magic series or a target combo. So I use 5L and then 5M. But as you can see, the combo drops. So if he's not blocking here, then he gets hit. All right, this isn't just like... He wasn't blocking here. And this also gives me a gap for me to set up like a small throw. That might have been what he was expecting, so he might have been holding up back, and I hit him. Obviously, no. Unfortunately, I can't go back and see the inputs, but yeah, that's a reset. You can do either a mid or a low here. That way, even if they're parrying, they have to guess whether it's a mid, like a normal parry, or a low parry. I usually opt for low, but I did mid here. But yeah, this is like a reset you should do with high hit stun scaling, or high scaling in general with this team. It's very, very good. There's like layers to it too, so you have them blocking for a long time. Tag launcher into blitz. I like the drill, it adds a lot more damage. That was my bad. On that throw, like I just missed, I didn't get it out fast enough. I didn't follow him fast enough. Usually that's guaranteed if they roll either way, but I did it too slow. But I was like in an awkward situation here, so I was like, I just air grab here. Hope it works. Let's see. So that's an important thing to know too. Clear the way for Vi to run through for free. Got cash out, yep. Yeah, so that was first game. Went my way. Again, clear the way. That was just like a weird interaction. Tagged off immediately so that Blitz didn't risk getting hit by a stray assist or, you know, time winder in this case. And while I'm doing that, I have Vi charging. So the timing for the cheese is like I have Vi backstep, I put out Blitz to assist. I start charging Vi Vault Breaker here. As soon as I'm charging it, I'm holding that button and I'm tagging the Blitz. And you gotta keep holding the button. Then I clear away for Vi to make a full screen attack, basically. And it works, because, you know, I clear the Time Winder with the Rocket Punch anti-projectile, and he was close enough that I hit him. And if this situation ever happens, then you basically guaranteed that Vi is going to get in or get a combo, which is what happens here. Also, if you ever do get this situation, where you chase them down after fully charged Vault Breaker, if you do Rekka 1, 2, 3, they do a quick get up. Like, it's a forced quick get up. So you can kind of just dash once and throw. A lot of people aren't ready for that timing. It's like a really weird quirky thing with that. Another bit of cheese. Similar thing, but didn't go my way there. I think Vi got hit by the Time Winder. It was a really good dash back. He could have whiff punished me there. Just doing Wrecking Ball for the mobility, I guess, right there. And I have him near the corner, so I'm just putting stuff on screen right there to make him scared to turn around. Well, it was almost a really good whiff punish. Got counter hit on the jab, but opted to throw. I guess he couldn't react to it. It still got me. This is what I'm talking about. This is really important for anyone who uses team with Blitz. When you get anti-air the anti-air hook blocked, this is actually like one of the goofiest, stupidest situations you can get in. So like I said it before, so hooked, he's jailed, and I tag to Blitz. Well, I have Vi charging, so that's like my character right now. Like my team will do this. So she's slowly floating over to me and jailed, and I'm gonna jump at her because at this point there's not a lot of normals. Like when she gets out of jail, her jailed state, that can actually hit me once I'm a little bit above her. And just see how like she floats towards me and I float forward. Look at where Blitz is when she has to block this. And it's like right here, right? And it hits earlier than you would think. Bonk. And it's backed by Vi, right? So even if they did block it, they'd be in a bajillion block stun. They'd have to eat mix, and I have a handshake tag still, because freestyle. So, definitely, anyone who's playing Blitz, gotta learn how to do this. And you get a Blitz combo, so it's like 1,000,000 damage. It's so good. You start with a jump starter. And then I got the grab, I chased him down. That was just kind of unlucky, I think, of him. I think he was expecting for me to just run in immediately. I saw he tried to stuff it, but didn't quite come out on time, so... I mistimed this. Be careful if you ever decide to do a jump back start. This has been happening to me more and more, where I'll miss time when I start charging my thing, and I get the jump grab instead. And it's just really bad, because you have nothing for screen presence, and then he can just retreating guard the assist. There's that thing in neutral again, just making me block. You can treat a Illaoi like artillery. It launches stuff across the screen, or right on my location. And the timing is really good. I couldn't break there. Yeah, JS2 is so good. It's so hard to anti-air. Timing's really good, hits front and back. Honestly, the only real way you beat it is like blocking it and then retreating guard the right time so that you can get past the tentacle that comes out after. But if they have an assist behind it, it's just good. Like the only way you hard beat it is by parrying it. Oh yeah, this when I saw him doing this, I was like, I mean, he's got to be in the air. So I just put out Rocket Punch. And I dropped. I'm insane. Okay, I got my combo. Do I go for a reset? I feel like I go for a reset. Yep, went for the reset. He got a really good parry. He was paying attention. Charge H is like not the way to go, I think, for mix there. I need to just go for strike throw and tick throws. Because I could have killed him if I landed either strike or throw. When I do that reset with Vibe Blitz, it means they're gonna die if they get hit. Okay. So much damage. What did I lose to here? I want to see where I got hit, like where it all went wrong. Oh, overhead. Oh, that's a cool setup. So hits the 5S1, tags off so that he can keep the pressure going, because I think he did a 2L. Yeah, 2L to keep block, so he's forcing me to block. And then I can't mash here because I have to block overhead or low. And since that tentacle is coming out, even if I blocked it, I'd still be blocking because of the tentacle, but since I got hit, he gets a pickup here. That's like a really cool setup. Yep, he doesn't even do the tag launch pole combo because I think he was confident it was going to kill. That was super cool. Oh, that throw is so awkward. Yeah, I see the handshake tag, I'm like, I gotta block, so he probably knew that's kind of how people feel. Tick throw. Oop, a bit of a drop. It's hard to combo off of those sometimes. It's probably not the angle he wanted for that. That is so funny, bro. I think he just didn't know, like, what to do here. Either that or he was already handshake tagging. Because you're kind of stuck there at that point. He probably thought you handshake tag and jump instantly, but I think it was too late after flash. Okay, I chased him down. That's what's so good about this, is like, this locks him down really hard. Especially if it happens to air. That was a bad miss. That was actually stupid. I saw him running at me. I thought he was gonna go for a run up throw, but that's like that's a pretty specific option to try and beat there. Let's see, I didn't put out the rocket punch to guard for her, so she got beat up. Tag launch. I fell out because scaled off of something insane. I also dropped my combo. I don't know what he was. I think he was trying to stuff me, but did it too late. Probably could have parried that. Yep, jump with the thing out. Yeah, I reset him there. Damn! Whiff grab and I didn't punish it. I'm actually the fool. Yeah, I knew he was gonna jump. I should have gone for a throw, but I felt like that was a pretty hard commit. Throw there. I shouldn't have gone for the super, honestly. Because I wasn't gonna get Blitzcrank back. I used him in the pressure here. Yeah, so because I started it like this, before my timer started running down, my assist isn't coming back by the end of this combo. So usually if I cash in here, it's because I'm waiting. This attack stalls really long for assist, but my assist is not on timer, so it's a little bit wasted for anything other than damage. But I guess it worked out. Oh no. Yeah, I'm cheap. I'm so dumb. I panicked. It worked. I'm telling you, the counter's pretty good. People want to hit you when it feels like their turn, but this really throws a wrench in that. Obviously, it can be baited by people just jumping or just run a block. That back dash is so fast, he's crazy. Okay. Ew. Is that like a waste of, Am I dumb? Is that like a waste of super? So, hard knockdown. Huh. Probably not a waste, but... I was smashing. Okay, corner to corner. I failed my reset. Failed my reset so bad. Oh, he timed that time winder really well, actually, right there. I think he had a feeling that rocket punch was coming, so he waited until the fist was out and then threw it as like the thing was retracting. That is so smart. And it's good because that covers all of the horizontal space. That's so important for Vi. Like at that range, I don't even think that there's anything I could have really done once I committed to dashing at him. Like right here. Because if I dashed through, I would have had to held it for so long. I was probably just dashing through and pressing a button as fast as possible. Or throwing. This setup again. I gotta get that steam. I never block an overhood. Yep. I actually am so dumb. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna go over that sequence again once he's done with that. Okay. So right here. He hits Vi, puts up a clone. So Vi's no longer on the table. He tagged off. Illaoi's doing 2S2 charged. So I get hit low. Handshake tag. Okay, so the reason he rolled there is most likely because he wanted to left-right me with the tentacle pop-up. Because you can combo off the tentacle popping up. Otherwise, you know, there's like no reason to roll. Alternatively, you can do a jump over or an air dash. But right here, that roll is meant to cross you up. I think he either didn't have the range or it doesn't steal corner and the screen was frozen. So a really good setup. Actually, a really good setup. I see it all the time. There's like a lot of layers to that, honestly. Wow. Okay, yeah, I tried to throw him. That was like a perfect range. Weird. Oh, I could have tagged to Vi, I think, there. He kind of almost did it there. I should not have done that. He was about to get hit by the wrecking ball real bad. Yep. He used to move that baits grab, so... I don't know if he did it just for it being programmable, but... There was a reset, I was ready for it. Get my little bit of damage. Scaled so hard because it was started with an assist. Okay. Okay, that doesn't kill. But I wanted to stick to him a little bit. That was so bad. I was trying to retreat, but there was nowhere to go because of the assist usage. The characters on screen say nope. Caught me even though I was dashing back. Wait, did I die here? I basically did. That was crazy. That was kind of... I didn't realize, but that was kind of a pretty big throw of the round. Because the pop from the tentacle grab hit them both, right? That's insane. I didn't even know that was the case. That's actually really good. What? That's insane. That's a really good... That was beating my push block, I think, right? Yeah. Do I dub, though? Do I dub, though? The Blitz dub. No, I so do not dub. I was locked in on that time winder, and he just hit me with the 2S2. Yep. There's so much to take in from playing with Bleed. Team is very good, very creative. It's so cool. He really knows how to keep you in a bad spot like the entire time. It's like... I think that next time I might review another one of mine, depending on what people want to see. I also do want to review like other people's sets, so I can see interactions from different teams, especially like some top tier teams. So tell me you guys are interested in other stuff at all. You know, more of these reviews. I think that they offer pretty good info. It's kind of why I had the idea. It's really good to go through VOD review. I feel like that's the
hidden component to getting better is VOD review when you can. You have to really see like, oh, what lost me neutral there? What lost me neutral there? And that's how you start learning. Like, how did this guy drive neutral to the point that I could not react to what he was doing? Stuff like that. So VOD review is so crucial of a component to improving at a higher level. You know, lab will take you really far, but this is kind of like that hidden secret little piece that gets you to understand the game better. It makes you understand the game better if you really want to look at it more in depth and understand what made someone lose, what made someone lose an interaction, stuff like that. So again, let me know if you guys like this and want anything like it in the future.